Hey, good evening. Happy New Year. That was a New Year's song, Old Lang Syne. Um, that's probably a famous song. Please let me know if you know about this. It's a piece that's usually played for New Year's Eve, even. Yeah. Great that you're here. People from France, that's great. I'm wishing you all the best for the new decade and for the new year. A lot of health and a lot of great music with this little instrument. So yeah, somebody just wrote me on Facebook. He or she doesn't know how to tune in, so I gotta send him the link to our stream here. Um, Hope you had a great start into the new year. I think the last live stream was some time ago already, like 3 weeks ago, stuff like that probably. Um, Before Christmas, I played a show with a German pop artist. His name is Ferdinand Schwarz, and we played in a football stadium in Nuremberg, in front of 25,000 people. I played a solo there, and it was a weird experience because the band was playing 100 meters away from me, and I was alone in the middle of the field, and we were playing with in-ears. So that was a new experience for me. And the thing was, I don't know, the sound guy, he only recorded he only recorded the drums. So today I had to transcribe my own solo and record it again for the live video. I can play it to you later, maybe. Maybe I can find it and open it. Yeah, it's just a beautiful ballad, and I play a solo in second position on the G harmonica and D. Great that there are people from Italy. Right now, I'm also working on a hip hop or like urban pop CD with a singer, and we have a song called Giro, which is really about like a road trip to Italy, and we want to record a video there. So let me know if you're from Italy. Like, where can we record a music video for this? Yeah. Happy New Year. Great, Marco, that you're here. Yeah. So yeah, that was a weird experience playing that stadium show before Christmas. I don't know. I didn't get any like harmonica related Christmas presents, but if you did, please let me know. What did you get? Maybe you got new harmonicas. Thinking about showing my instruments to you today. If you're interested in that, which kind of instruments I play. The only thing I got, but that was like 2 days ago, I bought like soft boxes, like one is left from me and one is right from me, to have like better light for the live streams, and also for videos on my own YouTube channel, because I want to do more lessons on my own YouTube channel now. Again. So there's also already a new one where I show you some major scale exercises in the key of C, but very interesting, very articulation based. Hi Konstantin, did you perform in Switzerland during holiday? I did, yeah. How do you know? Yeah, that was after Christmas. I flew to Geneva, and from there I took the train to Villars. I'm not sure if that's right. Aigle first. Aigle first. I think that's what's the town called. They are French speaking, and I was trying to make use of my lost French at the concert. I think if you check out Facebook and go to the page of the venue, which is Villars Vanguard, it's like the village Vanguard, just with Villars, which is the little city where the club is located in. There's a live stream of the whole concert. That was a great concert. Yeah. Played another concert this Sunday, the first concert of 2020, with somebody who's an amazing pianist here from Hamburg. He was supposed to give me lessons, as part of my master's studies here, but we just play a concert, and now we're even thinking about like recording a CD together. So that's exciting. Steve is asking what I think about crossovers. I love crossovers. There's one thing I don't like. I'm sorry. Um, One thing I don't like is the opened cover plates on the side. Um, this is one I have. This is the only one I carry with me. Um, it's a Thunderbird actually, but yeah, um, it has a nice open sound through that. Um, but I don't know. Maybe it has to do with my small hands or something. It's way easier for me to cup harmonicas with closed cover plates. That's why I like the Special 20 cover plates a lot. Um, Although there was a time where I played tongue blocking exclusively, and I was very much into Dennis Grönling, and I started to hold the harmonica like this, like very symmetrical, and yeah, that's like the hand position, right? Um, and then the crossovers are great if you're doing that, playing through a crystal mic, and I was doing that a lot. Yeah, then it really makes sense to play these if you're really cupping them and you're a tongue blocker. Otherwise, I mean, subjectively, this can sound nice because the sound is coming not only from here but also from the sides out of the instrument, and of course that's closer to your ear, and then it might sound better subjectively to you. Um, but it's important that the people who are listening to you get the best experience. So, yeah, it's nice when the sound is a little focused. Yeah. Hi from Barcelona. Yeah, that's great. Great that you're here. Um, yeah, that's what I did. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, these soft boxes, they really make a difference. It's great. Especially now in winter, I can record videos when it's dark outside and stuff. And right now, of course, it's dark outside here. Is there anyone in the chat where it's like daylight time? Let me know. So yeah, you can definitely check out my YouTube video on my own YouTube channel where I talk about some scale exercises in the key of C, and we can check them out too here. So that was just on my C harmonica, and I don't know, it gets like very important as soon as you want to dive into classical music, but also jazz, and it's a lot about articulation. So this exercise is something Jason Ritchie called drone phrases in one of his videos, but yeah, it's basically just a pattern within the C major scale for this. So I'm starting on C, then I'm playing D, then I'm playing C, and then I'm jumping over D playing E, and so on. So it's C, D, C, E, C, F, C, G, C, A, C, B, and C, C, the octave jump. Yeah. Marco's asking if I'm going to the NAMM this year. I think I won't. Sorry, but are you going? That would be interesting. I've never been to the NAMM, but I would love to someday. Yeah. But these things are really busy. Also at the same time. All the people playing instruments like on every booth. It's crazy. Oh yeah, Argentina. Hey Federico, and Macarena is asking which position I like to play. I do enjoy playing in 11th position a lot. I do that quite often right now. It's great for soloing. It's close to second position. It's like second position minor. Same notes, and very expressive. Just through all the draw notes we have available, and they are bendable. So that's a great option. So all the second position minor licks you play. If you end them on 3-hole half step bend on the B flat, then you're basically playing in 11th position major. Because the parallel minor of B flat major is G minor. So I'm on my C harmonica. Yeah, that's a position I like to play. But now, this exercise, I mean, we can start with this in C. It's hard enough already with the jumps. So I can also write it down in harmonica tablature if you want to, but it's easy. As long as you know the C major scale, it's just a pattern. That's the exercise. Please let me know if you ever did something like this. That's very interesting. I try to articulate every note here. So I'm saying and talking through my instrument, saying da, like DA, through the blow notes and also through the draw notes. There would be a faster tempo. And this gets very important and interesting for, if you think about a melody like, if I play this without the articulation on the first arpeggio or the C major on holes 4, 5, 6, 7 blow, it kind of works, but I would prefer the first version. But let me know in the chat which one you like better. And it can be a kind of a problem if you're an exclusive tongue blocker. I just gave a lesson to somebody who he's like more of an advanced beginner, and he plays tongue blocking exclusively, and it's harder to articulate with your tongue that way, of course. It's fixed already on the instrument. There was lip pursing, and if I play this tongue blocked and I try to articulate well, the tone definitely suffers. It doesn't sound as good as, because as soon as I want to articulate with my tongue while tongue blocking, I have to take the harmonica a little bit out of my mouth. Australia is amazing. Hey, Darren, great that you're here. Yeah. And you can play more legato with lip pursing, I would say. Another thing you can guess, like I just play some rhythmic stuff on 2-hole draw. One time tongue blocked, one time just with lip pursing. Please let me know which one is which in the comments. First version. Second version. Okay, I'm very curious about this. Like, what do you think? What was tongue blocked? What was lip pursed? Okay, you're writing first. What's the first one? Tongue blocking or lip pursing? Cinnamon Girl. It was the other way around. The first version was tongue blocked and the second one was lip pursed. Yeah, Ryan is right. Second lip pursed. Yeah. First one was tongue blocked. So it's definitely possible to get close to the sound, but as soon as you are changing holds, and as soon as you do a lot of jumps, it gets harder with tongue blocking. Also, just a nice exercise is to work with the tongue blocking through the left side of your mouth and blocking through the right side of your mouth. Some people do this if they really want to play one whole draw tongue block 2. So I'm blocking 2 and 3 through the right side of my mouth, and I'm playing one whole draw the D through the left side of my mouth. And then you could practice these tongue switches, like playing one whole draw through the left side of your mouth, and then moving your tongue to the left and only block whole 1 and play 2 whole draw through the right side of your mouth. That's basically the only way to get this sound and play these 2 notes as rhythmic as I did. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even want to talk about this, but it's like, of course, one of the most interesting topics on the harmonica, the different embouchures. Any songs for low-tuned harmonicas, like low C? That's what Japper Anderson is asking. I would say that all the melodies you would play in probably like first position on the C harmonica, more like in the higher octave, especially if you're a beginner. If you can't play bendings, then it's a really nice option to just get a low C harmonica and play the melodies you want on the same holds, but you sound 1 octave lower, which is a little nicer than playing a melody up on holds like 6, 7, and 8, which is like very, very high on the C harmonica. It's like the Winnetou melody, right? If you play it up there, that's like very, very high. Yeah, that's just a suggestion. Well, that's what I do with some of my students who can't bend. Some of them have low C-tuned harmonicas, and then we do something like that. But yeah, the other thing I did, I told you about this. Today I re-recorded my solo. I played at that stadium show. And I don't know, it was just very easy for me because it was just like second position, a bluesy soloing of a ballad, G harmonica in the key of D. And I hope I can show this to you. Let me see. I'm trying to open the project. Kind of like the vibe Auld Lang Syne had, which I played in the introduction of this live stream, which we can talk about later. I have a backing track for that, and if you're interested in playing that, we can check that out, the New Year's song. Let me see. I don't know if I remember. I can try to play it now. I don't know if you can hear this either. Let me see. Going to the settings. Looks good. Oh. That wasn't a nice sound. I have to do this. Oh yeah. I can try to play it to this. This is what I played at the show, and I was lucky. I mean, I really had the fear. It was like very, very cold, and playing outside isn't that good. With the harmonica, I usually have like a warming or heating pad with me if I'm on stage playing outdoors in winter, to just prevent like the weeds from sticking. But yeah, the band was playing like somewhere else, basically, and I was the only musician on the football field. So I was just able to put the harmonica into my pocket and then get it out, and it kind of worked out. I was very happy with the solo. something like this. Really try to remember this. I wrote it down like in harmonica tablature to just be very fast with this and not spend too much time transcribing my own solo, which is a weird experience. I don't know if I ever did this. Maybe for a student or something. Yeah. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions. If you don't, we could definitely talk about Old Lang Syne. I hope you know this song. Let me know. Maybe some of you have already played this. My second position version, kind of close, like from the vibe is kind of close to this song I just played and the solo, because it's on the G harmonica, the thing I played in the introduction of this video. So all of that stuff, I used that in the solo, very obviously. So I played this in first position and in second position earlier. Let me know which harmonica do you have available. Do you have a G harmonica, or should we just do it on the C harmonica so everybody can follow and play along? Just let me know in the comments. How do you trill on one hole? That's a question by Andre. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I can just suppose. Quickly back to the C. Are you talking about this? Or are you talking about like a trill between like the blow and the draw note on the same hole? Yes. Yeah, which one of those? Like the first thing was just on a single hole, and that's me moving my tongue from the right to the left in my mouth very, very quickly. That's a nice sound, sometimes. And I wish I could do this on bends and overblows. Of course, it's like only exclusively possible on the notes that are already naturally on the instrument. There would be a bend. It's not that useful. Sometimes I use this. The other thing is the trill between like the blow note and the draw note on the same hole. Sometimes it depends on the hole, actually, like how the harmonica is set up. but it's basically only mouth breathing, like a rabbit, probably. I don't know which. Please let me know which animal does sound like this. And my tongue is like, it's like pushing the air out and sucking it in. Down there, no breathing. Up here, no breathing. It's just in front of my mouth. I haven't practiced that in a while. Sometimes you need this in classical music. And it's easier on the higher notes, in the high octaves on, holds 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's where I would practice it. And just find out like on which holes and on which harmonic it works best. Also, hole 5 works out better because like there's basically like no bend available on the draw note. But like for the other technique, of course, I trained to reach that. Oh, I don't know. Velocity is probably the wrong word, but to get that fast, I practiced this. Yeah. And you can do that without the harmonica. Maybe not in public places, but. And also on the draws, like that's another thing, a whole new thing that you have to practice like separately. And yeah, it's not easy to like get like a consistent tempo out of this. That's probably what happens if you start out to practice this. Still thinking about ways to like how to incorporate this. But yeah, there were some people who just have the C harmonica, so maybe we stick with the C harmonica for Auld Lang Syne. I have this backing track here. Let me see. I will play it again to the backing track, but the backing track is for the G harmonica, so I'll go to the G harmonica for a second, and then we can check out the melody. Is it possible to listen to one example between 2nd and 11th position? Well, I mean, what's like a melody and popular melody in G minor? Like Greensleeves. If I start this out in 2nd position in G minor, and I end the whole thing on 3/whole half step bend on the B flat, then the melody actually sounds kind of majorish. You could argue that then the melody is in 11th position. And now I just played this B flat major scale, and I ended on the G, and in the end the B flat major scale sounded like G minor. It's the same notes, just starting from another note or another degree of the scale. It's just about the reference note. Yeah. So I wanted to tell you something about Auld Lang Syne. I wanted to play it to you, with the backing track. So let me open this. Steve, how long did it take you to do that? What? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, that's the backing track. It's like very backing tracky. Oh, that's a recording with me. I just wanted to get a backing track. Backing for the G harmonica. There it is. And now you could solo over this. I will put it online I will upload it to the Facebook group. That's probably the first link in the YouTube description. So it really sounds nice with the G harmonica. But I will get back to the C and talk about the notes with you. Oh yeah, I gotta create like a second tab thing here. But yeah. Like down there you can see the email address I created for you to send me recordings. So if you want to have your recordings reviewed by me on stream, just send me your stuff, and you can also stay anonymous if you want to. I think everybody will benefit from it. It's hohnerlive@konstantinreinfeld.com. You can send everything. You can send links to SoundCloud and Dropbox and whatever you use. And I think I'm most active on Instagram. If you want to follow my musical and harmonica journey, you can do it there. So let's get to Auld Lang Syne on the C harmonica. I'm not sure how I started out. I think I started out in the key of C. Let's do that first. Oh, doesn't really show up. Usually it's on screen now, but I can't see any tabs. Okay, I gotta create like a new text. Oh, that's the piano. You can probably hear that. Let's see. Oh yeah, now you can see some tabs. Let me change this to the jazz font, just because it's funny. Oh no, that looks weird. That's the wrong one. That's it. Okay. So I'm sorry, yeah, you have to use the 3/0 whole step bend there. If you're a beginner, that's something you could do. Get a low C harmonica and play it in the upper octave. And sound like this. So I try to articulate the second note if like the same melody note follows, like in line 2 where we have 2 C's. Definitely articulating the second one with the da. Third line 2, the 5 blow. And it also makes sense, yeah, with the little exercise I showed you earlier, to maybe do this with like more articulation and play every note more than once. So repeating every note of the exercise I showed you earlier, the drone exercise. Maybe 3 times. That's not easy. Great exercise, yeah. And after some time, yeah, your tongue can get a little tired. So maybe don't do it for too long in the beginning. And I would go up to like 4 repeats of the same note. So it's just ha da 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 ha da 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 ha da 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 ha da da da. There's just so much stuff you can do just with the C major scale. You could just do the C major arpeggio starting from 1 whole blow and always jump back to the 1 whole blow. Just to get used to the distances between the holes. Great exercise. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure like most of you haven't done that ever. And I never did that. Descending. There was a mistake in there. So yeah, that's not something you don't do. You don't jump from hole 9 to hole 2 and you're playing most of the time. And not in a way like very musically, like starting a new phrase, of course, but like not trying to play legato or something. It's also hard to get into your ears, I think. So that was the best version. Yeah, also just these exercises, the exercises I show you. It would be great if you could send them to me. I will give you feedback if you send them to hohnerlive@konstantinreinfeld.com. Andrea is asking how much time do you spend on scales and music daily? I don't spend time with scales at all. And I spent the whole day with music and my perfect world. But there's also other stuff you gotta do, right? So, but there are a lot of things. Like everything inspires music, and if you read a book, if you're going outside, and if you, I don't know, listening to music, that's like practicing. It's just about the way you listen to music. Sometimes you want to listen very consciously. Sometimes you want to practice very unconsciously. Sometimes it's nice to, if you know something pretty well, it's good to practice it while watching TV or something. Also great exercise. You could turn on the TV and check out like a daily soap or something. Watch it without audio and just add your own music to it, based on what you see on TV. You can make up so much stuff. And the best thing is to just combine different things and practice different things at the same time, so that something like it's not just an exercise, but you add something to it. Like maybe you want to move along to the whole thing, or you want to tap your foot, or you want to swing the whole thing, like, and really exaggerate. Just make music with it in some way. Just an idea. What I did earlier with the melody of Auld Lang Syne was I used the 3-hole blow and the 2-hole draw, which are the same note on the harmonica, as a drone, and I was playing it all the time while playing the higher melody note of this piece. So I started to do bigger and bigger tongue splits. That's 3 and 4 blow, 2 and 3 draw, 3 and 4 blow, and then there's like the first wheel split, like just covering hole 4 and playing 3 and 5 blow at the same time, which is G and E. And then moving down one step, one hole on the harmonica, and drawing through holes 2 and 4, which is G and D, covering 3-hole draw. And you can hear I gotta tune my harmonicas. And of course, like the bigger the split gets, the more you can like rhythmically comp this. And the biggest split is between 2-hole draw and 6-hole draw in this melody, of course. Like that's the highest note, the A on hole 6. That's first position. Did I write down the whole melody? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's basically it. Of course, there's a repetition, but we can now move on to second position. Let me know if you ever played this melody. So this is really big, but I just wanted to have a better resolution of the font here, so this looks a little sharper. So let me write down the whole thing in second position. A lot of bands on hole 3, but always the 3-hole hold step band. Piano again. It was a B flat. Oh, nice. Yeah. Great that Tomlin is doing the whole jumping. It's important. Like this phrase, you could transpose it to like every key and practice this. And then, yeah, let's just go through the circle of fifths. Just like that. There was D, and then we're going to A. That's E, and then going to B. And F sharp. Not the best key for this. For other stuff. Bluesy stuff sometimes. So, second position. Old Lang Syne. We have a 2/0 half step bend in there, so that's very majorish. It's not easy, but and I try to play a bluesy version here, so every time you see a 3/0 draw here, I play a double stop, so I include the 4/0 draw and also start the whole thing with a little scoop. And I don't know who that is, but I just can't open the door right now. So I'm starting out with the scoop, starting on the bend, and I'm letting the note up pretty quickly before going to the whole step bend on 3. And then I'm playing the single note, 3/0 whole step bend. Okay, Jep is asking, have you published music? Yeah, of course. I have 4 CDs out, and I don't know, maybe someone is complaining about my music. I will be back. I'll give you some music. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, indeed, there was somebody. They are like underneath here, and I don't know. They are only here for like 2 days because there's a fair, and they are not used to my music here in the house. But they were nice. So yeah, I have published music. 4 CDs. The first 2 CDs are with my band. With my quartet, with my jazz quartet. They're from Hamburg. The first one, they're like compositions by me and also compositions by my pianist. It's a mixture of both. And the second one is like basically only my own original compositions, and it's pretty jazz fusion type of music. Yeah, I'm using some effect pedals. And the last 2 CDs are duo CDs with pianists. Like the one is just like a jazz standard CD, the other one is more of like a crossover classical CD. We are playing some Bach flute sonatas, some compositions that were specifically written for us for harmonica plus piano, and yeah, some world music, some film music, stuff like that. Yeah, and just recorded a new CD in late November with my jazz pianist, and yeah, that will be full of new arrangements of Stevie Wonder songs, which is amazing, and will be out this year. We will record another classical CD this year, so there's a lot to come. So I was talking about the 3/0 draw and the 3/0 whole step band here. sometimes I don't play the three-hole step bend like as clear as other times. Sometimes, like in line 2, I just keep the 4-hole draw in the right side of my mouth. You could sometimes replace the 3-hole draw with a half step bend, depending on how bluesy you want to get. This is like just pretty much like personal taste. So. That's a little thing you can do. Jeppe asked if I play jazz on the diatonic or chromatic. Almost exclusively on the diatonic. I have this new Hohner case, which is great. And I can also put my chromatics in there. So I carry them, and I only play them live sometimes if people want me to, or if they want like a... If they want the Stevie Wonder sound or something, I do that. But besides that, yeah, no. And I never practice the chromatic. So these are the last 3 notes of the second line. And I'm playing, these are basically mostly sixths. 1-hole draw and 3-hole draw, instead of 3-hole draw only. And then 2-hole draw and 4-hole draw instead of 4-hole draw only, and 3-hole blow and 5-hole blow only. Instead of 5-hole blow only. So 1 and 3, that's D and B. That's a sixth. 2-hole draw and 4-hole draw, that's G and D. That's a fifth actually. And 3-hole blow and 5-hole blow, that's G and E. And there's also a sixth. So that's a nice little thing you can add to this melody. If you're able to tongue split and only cover like 1 hole with your tongue, so that's like the tongue position. You could even trill these sixth intervals. If you use the same technique as I showed you, the trills on like 1 note only on 1 breathing direction. Same thing. I just move the tongue like from the left to the right side of my mouth. And I really like the double stop on the last note, 2-hole draw, adding the 3-hole draw. That's very... It sounds a lot like Steve Baker, I think, sometimes. If you close it first with your hands. And it's not only my hands, I also like just we hold the harmonica against my face just to like cover up these upper holds too, because there could be like some air leakage there, and I just want to get the whole thing as tight as possible, so the tiniest little movement makes a great amount of impression. Yeah, I like that sound a lot. What's your favorite key to jazz? I don't know, the key to jazz or key for jazz. If you want to play jazz on the harmonica, you most likely have to do with a lot of the keys which are on the left side of the circle of fifths. Because of course, like a saxophone, these instruments are tuned to B flat, and they like to play in B flat, just as we like to play in the key of the harmonica, or like just like one step away, going like 1 hour in one or the other direction in the circle of fifths. So you're playing a lot in keys like B flat, in F, in E flat, in A flat. So these are probably also the harmonicas you have to get to play these melodies on the harmonica as easy as possible, and maybe as expressive as possible. So yeah, F, B flat, E flat, A flat. Very important keys. Yeah. So we have the backing track for the whole thing. I think I even created one for the C harmonica, so I will upload them to the Facebook group, link below. We're already over 200 people there, which is great. So please consider to join if you're on Facebook. If not, you should tell other people or other harmonica players about this live stream. I'm happy to do this again this year, and doing it for the 13th time today. We already did 12 of them, like bi-weekly, every second Thursday at 9 p.m. Central European Time. So there will be 2 live streams a month. And we did it for a half year, and it was great, and I'd like to continue this now. Also, with these soft boxes, I think that makes a great difference. That's great. Of course, I can't have them with me everywhere I go, but what I would like to have here maybe soon is like some kind of a nice background. So if you have ideas for that, what I could get, like stuff that I could just put here, and something that looks great and doesn't take away too much space, which I can put away really quickly after doing these and after doing videos. That would be great if you have suggestions. So yeah, there was Auld Lang Syne. I will upload the backing tracks to the Facebook group below. And yeah, if you don't have any more questions, I think that's it for today already. So yeah, great that so many people were here from so many countries. That's nice. I will also upload the tablature for this, and it's a nice song to start the new year. Yeah, I will play it once more, and then I'm out. That's the G harmonica. Think it sounds great on this one. Maybe with a backing track. And you could improvise over this, but it's not easy to do it tastefully, actually. So it's like a mixture of like sweetness and bluesiness. Then you can survive over this backing track like pretty well. Um, so yeah, thank you for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you hopefully in 2 weeks. So next live stream will be on 23rd at 9 p.m. Central European Time. Have a good evening. Have a good day wherever you are. If you have suggestions for next week's live stream, write them in the chat. If you want to learn a song, if you want to learn a technique, send me an email to hohnerlive@konstantinreinfeld.com, or just write your suggestions into the Facebook group. So yeah, thank you. Happy New Year. All the best for 2020, and see you. Bye bye.